Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode of All Things Davon, where there's no limits, no filters, honest conversations, and yes, the truth we all can relate to. Y'all, today's guest is such a vibe. You've seen him show love to his natural hair like it's an art, and honestly, it is. Whether it's helping folks embrace their texture, talking lifestyle, and yes, music, he's been doing it all gracefully with style. You can call him Brian Andres, but around here, we go by Dre.
Hey,
Hey,
how y'all doing?
doing good. How are you?
Good.
Oh my goodness. How many takes we have to do of this? Because I'm going to keep this in.
Until we get it right.
Oh, okay. We seen the wine get up to our head, okay?
Hmm, Maybe it's not the wine yet.
Oh. Oh. Okay. But how are you doing? How is today? How are you feeling?
I am feeling good. I'm excited to be here.
I'm
I'm a
excited to
little bit
have you.
nervous, but we got a little something to help with that.
Okay. Oh, what we got today?
Little swine,
A little one,
just
a
a little
little one.
swine,
Oh, a little one. A little one
just a
too.
little swine.
A little one. How's life been treating you?
Um, I will say, as of recently, things have been really good. I feel like it's been going really steady the last, I would say, like 3 or 4 months. I will say the last year or so has been a roller coaster
Um,
behind closed doors, but we let God lead and we just follow.
okay. I love that. I love that for you. All right. So, what's something you had to remind yourself of this week?
As far as like my to-do list or just me in general.
Or whatever you had to off.
I feel like this week, what I got to remind myself is I need to continue putting myself first, standing on business. That's like my main thing right now. That's been like
Uh-huh.
my top mindset is just making sure I protect my peace, making sure I'm standing on the things that I'm like continuing being goal oriented. As far as like my actual to-do list, I actually need to go do groceries. So
We'll get to that. I mean, no, I think I may have a couple fruits and stuff to pick up too, as well that I forgot.
okay, you can just Uber Eats that to me.
Oh, my bank account client.
Oh, okay.
You can spare a
Okay.
dollar? Can you spare a dollar to me?
And how am I spare a dollar if I ain't got a dollar?
Oh,
We in the
that's
same boat.
okay. I mean, I got some noodles, I guess.
Ramen, chicken or
Yeah.
beef? Chicken or beef?
Oh, I'm a chicken girly.
I'm a chicken girly too. I ain't
Okay,
gonna
good.
lie.
I was like, no, thank you. All right, so let's get into it. All right, so I know you have cut your hair before, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we all seen it. How does it feel to switch it up? Does it help you any bit? Does it make routines longer for you?
Um, I feel like for me personally, it made things a lot more fun as far as like being able to switch up a little bit. I'm very versatile, so I just love just switching up in general. Cutting my hair was something that I wanted to do for a very long time. Um, I got to experience having waves for a little short bit. I got to dye it brown, blonde, red, and as far as the maintenance go, it was like a lot less maintenance for me.
Mhm.
But as far as just like being a social media presence that was known for, the hair content and the braiding videos and the curl videos, I definitely think it made it a lot more difficult not having the hair and also being able to share content based off of what I'm known for. Like
Mm.
it definitely made it like hard to keep people engaged. Like I had to really navigate around that. Like, what can I do to substitute the stuff that people want to see?
Mm.
You
Because
know,
I noticed you glued your hair back on. I'm just playing.
could you see it lifting? Hold on, let me. You
The
know,
right side. Get the right side a little bit.
oh, you see, it's no lace.
Don't show him. Don't show him. Whew, you good?
We good.
I'm good. Let me be serious. I gotta be serious. So would you say like you said basically in the aspects of like basically changing your content a little bit to fit the audience, but things did change around. Like you definitely had your experience of going blondes, reds, and all that jazz. So what were like the online expectations when you did change your look of your brand? Did people hate it? Did they receive it well?
um, I'm not even gonna lie. The reaction that I got was very surprising. I got a lot of hate. Like my request box was filled with a lot of people like, why would you cut your hair? Um, I've got a couple of like rude comments like, oh, I only followed you for your haircut, for your hair. Why would you cut it? Like it was kind of like low key like I don't want to say mean because you're not hurting my feelings. I'm doing what I want, but like it was like not the reaction that I would have liked. There were a lot of people who just felt as though, there was no reason to follow me. So I lost like a good chunk of my audience. But there was a lot of people who were like, wow, you really do look great with like short hair. You can switch it up, you can do whatever hairstyle. I already knew I could do whatever hairstyle I wanted as long as I'm confident in the style. As far as like the whole, just being known for doing my hair, it's just like I wish. Actually, I don't wish. I'm happy with that. I cut my hair because it got me the chance to really branch out and try something new. I really didn't care what people thought. I was getting kind of overstimulated with a lot of like the content that I was putting out when it was just mainly surrounded around hair. So getting to cut my hair really got me to branch out and try different types of content, which was like I had around that time I had just moved into my first apartment, moved to a whole new state. I got to try a little bit of like lifestyle content. I just enjoyed sharing new stuff aside from my hair.
Would you say like hair hold trauma?
No, I wouldn't say holds trauma, but I do think people need to start learning that your hair is not who you are.
Mm.
I feel like I really also depended on my hair for a lot of my confidence. And after cutting it off, at first it was like, a little shaky. I didn't have no waves. I just had like a straight one guard. But, it did make me realize like I depended on my hair as for a lot of my confidence. Like you don't need to utilize your hair to really define who you are completely. Switch it up.
Mm.
Do something different. If you a girl, get that pixie cut. If you do, get that pixie cut. Do it. Just chop it off. It'll grow back, you know. Have fun,
Mm.
experiment your hair. You only live once. And yeah, like I said, it'll grow back.
So like talking about like natural hair, especially like well, more diving into the topics, especially for men. Do you think men get enough love and support in the natural hair community?
Mm, as far as love and support, I feel like as far as like being black in general, I feel like we all have a good understanding of, our natural hair is our natural hair. It's gonna look how it looks. I feel like outside of like the black community, I feel like there's not enough love for black men who embrace their natural hair. Like I feel like you can see a girl with their natural hair texture with its curls completely defined, all out, not braided, just fro. But for a guy, it's like, oh, a male should have shorter hair, you know?
Mm.
Like I feel like there's like this expectation that guys should have more of a masculine short hair, style. But as soon as like it's more embraceful to have like your natural afro textured, undefined curl showing, it's like, he might be a little sassy, or like maybe he's just not, he doesn't know how to take care of his hair. It's like I feel like there's more of like a different view on it from the outside.
Mm. That's a good perspective. That was a good perspective, honestly. How do you handle being a like go-to person for advice when you're still figuring it out yourself? Because you're still human.
Um, I don't know. I feel like for me, I'm always like that type of person that gives the best that I can give.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you know, you can only understand somebody's perspective if you're living through their own shoes. So
Mm.
really, it's like you can only give what you can give if you don't really understand the situation. Um, as far as like advice that I have given people, I always come from a place that is like I try to give as much understanding to the situation as I can, but like if we're talking more on like a hair aspect, I don't know, like, it's like I really need to know how to dissect. Like, I'm not, let me just put this out there. I am not a licensed cosmetologist, so it's not like I can give you professional advice. I can only give you the the advice and lessons that I have learned as far as like maintaining my own hair, and
Mhm,
that's what I share, like just personal experience. So taking my own personal experience and then just changing it into a perspective that somebody else can understand in an advice form. That's the best that I could do.
mm. I love that. I mean, at the end of the day, there is some people that just have like your hair type, or not even just that in general. Like you being able to put almost like your hair on the line in a way, just to give other people advice and to show that you're not of your hair, or even if you can be a black male and do different hairstyles with your hair without it being considered, oh, this is nappy, this is this is that. So, I mean, you're one of them girls for real. You really
I
are.
try to be. I honestly, I don't even try to be. I am.
I am, right. I was gonna say fix that. So like balancing creativity, content, and caring for yourself, how do you do that without burning out? Or if you did have burned out, how did you bounce back?
Taking a break. I feel like as a social media influencer, you can't get off your game just for like a quick second because you can like quickly lose engagement and you can quickly
Mhm.
lose like attention. But sometimes it's definitely important to put yourself first and your mental first. My you know, my thing as far as like taking a break is honestly just turning down how much I post on social media. You might not see me post an actual video or maybe even like a picture on a carousel as much, but I'll still drop a little story post. I'll still keep updated in me being in the gym. Like it's just really setting a boundary for yourself of how much you want to emit on social media. I feel like once you become like a content creator or somebody that is known for sharing so much in their life, you feel as though you're obligated to be consistent with that. Nobody needs
You
to know
feel
what
like
you're
you're
doing.
like losing track of time though? Like I feel like each day it's like, oh my goodness, I should have done this, or I should have done that. Or it's like your mental health is really more important. Is that like really how you truly feel? Or is that like or is it like a mixture of all? Because like coming from someone like me, I'm a content creator, of course, but like it's like of course I manage my way of kind of like bulking my content, but it's like I feel like coming from a lot of creators that do make their content on a daily basis, I feel like that comes with a lot of anxiety of
It
trying to
does
keep
come
up.
with anxiety. It just all depends on like how much balance you have.
Mm.
Like I feel like nobody's balance is going to be 100% 24/7. Like there's going to be your ups and downs. You're going to have your weeks where you're 100%. You're going to have your weeks where you're maybe even 20%. What you need to do is honestly just balance out that percentage that you need for yourself.
So I know for sure, like for those who have seen you like on different social media platforms, Instagram, TikTok, all that, you do different things. You sing, you act, you love music, do hair, you do so much. You're just a jack of all trades. We never know what you're gonna get. So, and that's like the one thing that we do love from you. So like being like multi-talented, do you ever feel like you're boxed into one niche, or do you feel like an audience may not receive what you're doing because you're doing all at once? How do you keep the balance of that? And in a sense, does that give you a sense of freedom to be like, okay, cool, I want to do this instead of you being so burnt out by doing one thing?
I definitely do feel like I have been, trapped in a box. I feel like I'm getting to a point now where I'm starting to kind of understand how I want to navigate, you know,
Mhm.
what platforms I want to put what on. For example, Instagram, I want that to be strictly like an engaging platform where I post like hair videos, lifestyle, men's grooming, stuff that surrounds that. And like TikTok, I feel like TikTok is so diverse. I feel like I could post whatever I want up there. Like I love the little TikTok dances that be coming out. I love the little skits that people do using certain sounds as like a POV, but I feel like for me, I definitely do way too much to want to just stick to one lane.
Mhm.
So, excuse me. So I just feel as though it's like I need to use social media as that outlet if I really want to show what I really have a passion for.
Mm. So I feel like in a sense, like I know for a sense, like you said, like Instagram is more with like grooming and TikTok is more for like everyday, whatever you want on the go. Do you feel like there's like a sense of fear of starting something new, like singing covers or like what people expect from something else? Like how do you feel? Um,
Most definitely. No,
hmm,
most definitely because I have been one to post like a singing cover here and now, here and then on Instagram. But I see a difference between how much engagement a singing video can do compared to what people are used to seeing, which are like my hair videos. So it's like, it's not much of a fear. It's more of like it kind of gives me a little sense of like anxiety to really want to post certain things on certain platforms because
um,
I already know of like I already have a somewhat expectation of how it's going to do.
I feel like for me, just talking to you, um, I'm gonna put my cards down too. I feel like just for me talking to you, I feel like with that. I feel like the best artists come from them being unapologetically themselves, regardless of whoever has an opinion, or regardless of what views or engagement that comes through. Like if you love singing and if that's a passion that you love to do, in which you showed me, like we had our talk off the camera, you can actually like dead ass sing for real. Um, and I feel like if that's the passion that you want to go for, do it. Whether it's singing, whether it's hair videos, whether it's anything that you put your mind to, you got it. You just gotta learn to have the background noise canceled. And I know it's a little bit hard because I'm a victim of doing the same thing too as well. We're looking at the comments and looking at, oh, this post is not doing as much as I wanted to do because I'm used to the audience is used to me seeing this or posting this. But eventually it's gonna grow to something else because if they're seeing it one time and you're not doing it consistent, they're never gonna get used to it. So um just do it, go for it. Like cross the platforms. You posted on one platform and it wasn't getting the views that you wanted. Like for me, I would have the mentality, well, let me just do another video. Let me eat it up even harder this time and let's see how it does this time. And then let it be a challenge for yourself. Don't necessarily go for numbers. Do it for your soul, for your heart, you know?
Yeah. If you are unapologetically like posting what makes you happy, it'll be easier to navigate as far as like how you see or how you expect certain things to do on social media, you know?
Mhm. So like even though like you know your content is good enough, how do you feel when your content doesn't perform that well?
I'm not even gonna lie, I'm quick to take a video down in 24
Bro.
hours. If I'm quick to take a video down and then honestly repost it on a better day. Like I feel like sometimes
Or
I
so
get
you
to
repurpose it.
I repurpose it. I feel like everything that you create should be repurposed or even just switched up a little bit. Like I have posted two of the same video in two different forms. Like it's I do when I post it and I see that it's not performing as well within like the first couple of hours, I'm like, maybe it was just the algorithm and the time that I posted it. Sometimes I'll repost it and it does a lot better like the next time.
Yeah. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. Archive is my best friend.
Yeah, y'all don't even want to see what's in my archive. It's like basically
Archive is my
everything.
best friend. I ain't gonna lie. Like, but if I'm not hitting the views I need to hit, I don't know if maybe it's my pride. Maybe it's
You
my
won't repost
pride.
it?
I don't know. I just think it's just trash all the way. Like
No, you just
maybe
gotta
it's my
just try it a
pride.
different way. That's really all you gotta do.
But it's like at
Try it a
that
different
point,
way.
I tried it one way, and that's the vision I had it. I don't want to retry no way. Now it's like now I'm being stubborn. Now I don't want it no more. If I can't have it, you didn't appreciate it the first time, it's gone.
Y'all can't have it now.
No,
Sorry.
no, you should appreciate it the first time. No, I'm just playing, but no, actually, I'm not playing. I'm really serious.
I'm
I'm
so
really
weak.
serious. But what's something you posted that surprised you with how people responded? Like more like in a positive way.
In a positive way.
Hmm. You're like none. I'm just like.
If I'm being honest. um I would say it wasn't necessarily me coming out, but I posted about a relationship that I was in a couple years ago, and it kind of like confirmed some of the allegations that was going around.
Mm.
And one thing about me, if you don't know me, I love to make somebody question. So like
Like question their
when
existence?
anything, period, just in
Oh,
general, like
okay.
I guess around the time like before I had made the post that made the confirmation of my sexuality. Let's just go there. I feel like I made a lot of people question. Um, and so there was a big chunk of like non-support. It was more non-support than there was support, but like the amount of support that I did receive, I was kind of shocked by.
Hmm.
So, either way, like it didn't change my perspective on how I felt about myself or anything, but like it did, like, it it gave me a physical visual of like what my engagement enjoys to see, or like how much of my engagement or my audience is actually supportive, you know?
Mm. Mm. Well, I feel like with that, I don't know, it becomes very, very like iffy because I don't want to necessarily say cancel culture because that's not the right word for it. But it's crazy how people can just switch it to really loving you and hating you based off something that
They don't
shouldn't
agree with
be.
this.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like that's sucks that you have to go through that. But at the same time, it does kind of branch out and weed out the people that need to see your content versus the people that need to see it. So I
Mhm.
feel like it does work out hand in hand, regardless of the circumstances that you went through.
I will say though, just from that specific situation, it definitely altered my mentality on how much I share with social media.
Mm,
Um, Stuff like relationships and stuff like that. Before then, I was very private, and I still am now. I feel like I had a moment of vulnerability and just wanted to be open about one specific thing in my life, and it definitely kind of like low key backfired on me in a negative and positive way. But the negative definitely altered it back to reality and just made me realize like nobody on the internet needs to know about my personal life. At least
mm,
not that deep into my personal life. I already share enough um like surface level of what goes on in my personal life, but as far as like hardships, relationships, family drama, anything, friendship drama, you will never see me posting about that a day in my life ever
okay.
again, unless I'm talking about a little story time. If I'm doing a little story time, that's the most messy tea that you'll get.
I'm the same way. I feel like I grown. I feel like I've always been this way, but I feel like I'm a young person in an older person's body because I there's a lot of things that I just don't tolerate, and I can't
Mm,
just like sit there and want to tolerate. Like for example, in the aspect of just, I don't know, gossiping. Gossiping is one thing. Like, even if it's just like not even about me, like I don't have the time for it because I'm more intentional on um energy and what's shifting around me and what I'm
mhm.
allowing myself to be presented with. So like gossiping or arguing or allowing myself to be in a situation that doesn't serve me any good. I always say that if I'm in a relationship or if I ask you what do you benefit in my life and you can't give me an answer, why are you there? I feel
Mm.
like I'm all about intentionality. I think that's the word for it. Well, me trying to say it, but
We're gonna make it a word if it's not.
let's not say too much because you use unapologetically, unapologetic,
Can't even
un,
say it right because you know it's a real word.
it's a real word, but can you spell it? Spell it.
Unapologetically.
Spell it. Okay. So back. Oh, okay.
Look,
Okay.
look, look. Joggers. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, at least I attempted and I went away from it. You said
Yeah.
it. No,
'Cause
oh, okay.
don't
Oh,
ever
okay.
question me. Okay. Don't ever
Okay.
question me.
Oh, were you silent or were you silenced? Okay. Okay.
No, but no, I definitely agree. Like as far as like I I'm a heavy believer as far as like what you put out in the universe, you're gonna receive.
Okay.
So being messy, that will never do me any good.
Mm. Mm.
Being someone to gossip or just somebody emitting purposeful negative energy, that will never be me. I'm the most
Yeah,
positive person that you could probably ever meet. Um, I I purposely don't entertain conflict because I just feel as though it's not necessary. I feel like heavy communication can solve anything. Like it's just I'm
literally.
not a negative person.
Mm. So let's shift gears just a little bit. So you doing singing covers. You plan on making that like a passion? Is that something you want to do in life? Because you sing like really, really well, and I've heard like some singing videos of you like actually like almost like rapping in a sense. And and I'm not lying, y'all. I'm like, y'all can literally see this for yourselves. Like, I'm not gonna lie and be like, oh, someone can sing just because they're on the podcast. Like, y'all already know I'm as real as it gets. If you cannot sing, you cannot sing. But
Mhm.
you can sing for real, for real. Would you ever make that like a full-time career? Would you want to be like behind the scenes as like being like an engineer or an engineer, a producer, or would you like be on the forefront, be a full artist, or is that like what do you want to plan on doing? Is it like a hobby? Like, let us know what's going on with that.
I feel like there was a time where I was like, I want to be like a heavy artist. I feel like funny story. I initially got on TikTok basing my content mainly around posting covers. Um, I noticed that that wasn't really doing well for me enough to really want to be consistent with it. And then when I started switching around, like being an entertainer and also eventually getting into hair content, I saw that like that's what people enjoyed most from me. So I kind of like put that in the background as far as like posting all my covers.
Mhm.
Um, but in the past, there was a time where I was like, I want to be an artist, I want to be a writer, I want to be on billboards, all that. But as I've kind of like, I guess I want to say I probably got like into a state where I'm low key kind of forgot that I had that passion. So I would love to see myself maybe as like a background singer or
Mm.
like maybe somebody doing background vocals for a track for somebody or eventually even like putting out my own music, like something. I'm not the heaviest writer, but like I would love to do collabs and stuff. Like if there was like artists that I would love to collab with as someone who has seen myself want to be an artist, I would love to do something with like Kaylani, Destin, Victoria. Like those are like heavy artists that inspire inspire me as like my musical taste.
Mm.
But I
As
also
like what you
do.
write
I
or
would
like the
say
sound.
most of my sound, as far as like what I sound like.
Mm.
Um, but I do think I also do have like a good passion for like musical theater. Like I would love to be
Mm.
on stage. I love to do like the triple acting, dancing, singing all at once. Like, it's a lot of different routes that I feel like I can go musically, or I could just honestly just do them all.
Oh, so
But
you're coming for that EGOT. Okay.
absolutely,
Oh.
Cynthia, I'm coming for you. She
Oh.
got she got two right now. I
Oh.
think. I think she needs
Oh.
one more for that EGOT. But I digress.
Mm. Well, can we put you on the spot?
Oh no.
Repeat after me.
Mm-mm. What we doing?
What are we gonna do? Whew.
I can do that
Um,
little vine.
yeah.
The yeah.
Okay.
I can do that.
Do you want to start off or you start first?
You start off because I'm following you.
Y'all, this is live.
Since you want to put me on the spot, I'll put you on the spot.
Okay. All right. Um, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
oh,
Oh.
oh, you ain't like you
No,
ain't
because I feel like this wine is getting to me a little
like
bit.
it's the schwine. You said the schwine. That's smooth. The schwine.
The Schwan got me feeling a little.
That
What's that? What's
ain't.
that TikTok song? He got me feeling this. You see it, fool.
I haven't heard that in a minute.
Oh my
Haven't heard
god.
in a minute. All right, y'all. All right, so moving along, we're gonna do this scenario. Okay, where I'm throwing situations at you, and we both gotta respond. No dodging and no safe answers. You ready?
Okay.
Okay. It's cute. It's cute. It's cute. It's cute. Okay. All right. So, let me just add some scenery to it. You're doing a client's hair. You know, her name is Lex, right?
Mhm.
And she starts crying mid retwist, saying her man cheated. Then she's saying her edges are thinning. And, just life is lifing, right? Okay. And you're not even halfway done with her hair. Are you comforting her, staying quiet, or texting your homegirl, homeboy after the appointment?
I feel like I feel like it's like all of the above. I feel like in the moment, I'm gonna give her like 5 minutes of crying before I ask like,
All right,
"Homegirl, is you
stop.
good? Homegirl, is you good?" And then I'll probably go. I'll probably be like, "Hey, is everything all right? Like, is it is a situation that can be handled?" If she gets to explain it to me, I'll probably go into like, "Do you want to continue doing your hair, or do you want to like reschedule?" Then, depending on
You're
what
still
she
gonna have to pay.
says, oh yeah, she's not walking up on my hair until she, because I got that card on file. I will press auto pay.
Okay.
But I'm definitely texting the group chat afterwards. Like, y'all, you know,
Because
because what just happened?
yeah.
But I feel like as there's you always have to continue being professional. And one thing about me, I'm an empath. If you feel bad, I'm gonna feel bad. I don't know what's going on, but I'm gonna still feel bad. And then I'm also gonna feel a little bit awkward. So I gotta handle the situation with professionalism. I also have to handle it with, sympathy because like I can't let this girl just walk out thinking like, I just let her cry in my chair. Because at the time, me being an overthinker, I'm thinking you crying because I done messed up your hair.
Mm.
But if that's not the case, we can, digress and we can talk
And you
about the
did.
situation.
I'm,
Yeah,
oop.
oh,
Oh, so you just caught it so late.
what?
Oh, we're going to catch it. You're like, you're like, oh.
Ah, and it's me saying, yeah, oh.
Oh.
Me agreeing.
Okay, so
God.
next one. Okay, all right. So you've been dating. You've been dating. So you've been dating. Okay, so someone you've been dating tells you they want to keep things private, but it's been 6 months. No tag, no soft lunch, no nothing. Not even a shadow in the mirror themselves. Not even a selfie. Nothing.
Mm.
Is it protection or a red flag?
Um, Neither. Because me personally, I want to keep things private for as long as we want to keep it private for.
Mm.
Like, I mean, it's like I said, it's nobody's business what we're doing on in our personal lives. We be dating for a whole year. I've been in a relationship where nobody knew about it, so it's like
Mm.
it's as long as we are on the same page as to where we are in the relationship. It doesn't matter if we make a post. What the only thing I feel like our generation has started getting in a habit of is feeling as though we need to make a post for one validation and confirmation. Like you got to
Mm.
make a post so like everybody knows that you got like some fine shit on your arm, or like you got to make a post just to bring out the ops. Like who could this person that I'm being with and committing to
Mm.
potentially be talking to behind my back? I feel like that has become like a thing uh in social
Yeah.
media, but
Mhm.
there are actual healthy relationships where you don't need to make a post, or maybe you just don't feel like making a post so people aren't in your business.
Yeah.
Um and just continue making private. I personally prefer a private relationship, period.
Same.
Like,
Same. Same.
I
I'm
don't
the
need
same
nobody in my
way.
business.
Mm. Like, could you, if you, okay, question. If you can go on my page right now, could you see I'm in a relationship?
No,
Okay, exactly. And that's how it should be.
as it should. Like, nobody needs to
Exactly.
know. Nobody needs to know about your
Exactly.
hardships. Nobody needs to know about
Exactly.
your. I mean, if you want to post about your goals and your like accomplishments, you can go ahead. But at the end of the
I don't know.
day,
I feel like I'm not really obligated to post you unless we're married.
it don't
Cause
even need to be remarried. I could have a ring on my finger right now, and I wouldn't care if people knew or not.
Yeah, no, no, no. I'm not talking about like in the aspect of validation of someone knows or not. I feel like if like I really would just love to post you if we're married because it's like at the end of the day you're mine. I just feel like if you're not married, it's like you're obligated to be taken by anybody. Like, and it's not
Mhm.
even now. I'm not even worried about in the aspect of that because I'm very secure in who I am and I set my boundaries down firsthand. Um, but it's just like I don't even feel the need for everybody to be in my business. I feel like I already give so much of myself, my personality, my life, my lifestyle, everything. So what's mine is mine. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I hate when Beyonce do it, but I'm gonna be another one. I'm gonna be another one. Like, mm-mm.
And one thing about it, you don't really hear Beyonce talk about her personal stuff that she got going on behind doors with Jay-Z.
Mm-hmm.
You know, be like Beyonce. You
Okay.
know, be more like
Someone else.
Beyonce.
Okay. Yeah, a lot
Y'all
of y'all.
know about it.
But do y'all know about it? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
like you know that they're together, but you don't need to know what's going on in their life.
Mm.
You know?
Mm. All right, so last one. Okay. You go live and open up about something personal. Maybe it's growth, maybe it's healing, your creative journey, and someone comments, stick to hair, we don't care about all that. You clapping back, dragging them with grace, or ending the live early. I feel like this happens to you in a different format.
I feel like no, I feel like something like this has happened in a different format. I can't really put my finger on it. Like I feel like the scenario seems realistic enough to where it could happen. You know?
Yeah.
Um am I clapping back or ending the live?
Yeah, you're clapping back, dragging them
I'm
with
clapping back. Cause baby, you on my live, first of all. You on my live, baby, you're blocked. First off, actually no, I'm gonna say what I gotta say and then you're blocked. Cause
Mm.
now you wanna hear content, now you're not getting any content.
Now you're not getting any content. You're
Cause
funny.
what? You're not getting any content. Cause first of all, this is my social media platform. I get to
You're
choose what
funny
I
when you
wanna
said
post.
it. So you're not getting any
You're
content.
not getting any content. Thank you.
Uh,
Cause I mean, first of all, nobody can dictate what I get to post. I don't have no moderators. I don't have no managers. I'm gonna say what I gotta say, and then you're going.
mm,
And one thing about it, if I feel like I have to say something back, I'm gonna say back something back.
mm. I feel like for me, I'm just looking at it and I'm moving on with life.
Mm-mm.
I feel like
Because then
comments just don't get to me.
you just let them drag you, Loki.
Drag me? I bet they won't say that shit in person.
And what if they did?
No, for real. No, for real. Words don't hurt me, and I'm not trying to be like, oh, he's invincible. Like no, for real. Like words do not hurt me. Of course, like every now and then, but really, truly, and honestly, words do not hurt me. I just feel like I have such thick skin.
Mhm.
Like,
I feel like mentally, if you can allow words to hurt, like it wouldn't be like me saying things back in a sense that it hurt me or offended me. It'd be more of like a sense of you are nobody in my life that has control of what I post. So if I'm
mm,
sharing stuff about singing videos or it's me posting a style video, just because you want to see hair content doesn't mean that X, Y, and Z might want to see me posting a singing video. I care less about what you want, baby girl or baby boy. It's my
right.
page.
Like at the end of the day, I mean, I'm one out of a billion. Follow the next page and do what you want to do.
Yeah, follow somebody that only strictly posts hair content. Do that.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So this next segment that we're playing is called Decisions of Decisions, which basically is this or that, but let's make it spicy, fun, a little messy. No, well, not too messy, but just it's cool. But I'm gonna just give you some options. You ready?
All right.
They're like quick answers, quick answers. Okay. So would you give up consecration for a year or never post a thirst trap again?
Never post a thirst trap again.
Mm, okay. Me too. I'm doing the opposite actually. I'm just playing. No, I love my content.
Wait.
Just like you be catching shit so late.
I'm not even gonna lie. This wine, I got
Schwan.
this XXL wine.
It's Schwan. Having a little delayed.
It's got me feeling a little slower. I cannot lie. It's okay though.
Mm,
I put it down for now. But
it's
yeah, most
okay.
definitely
It's
giving up
okay.
thirst trapping for a year.
It's okay.
I feel
Lightweight.
like a lot of people mistake my. I don't know. I don't think I really thirst trap. I feel like I post a lot of like gym pictures that could be translated into thirst traps. I take that back.
Thank you. I was just waiting.
I take that back.
I
I,
was waiting for you to
I
like.
had to. I
Okay.
really had to think about what I was about to say, and then I really had
Okay.
to think about
Yeah,
what I
I
have
was
posted. So I was
like,
like,
chat. Okay.
"Did
Okay.
y'all see my boobs on my butt? Say yes if you did."
We did. Like that. I was like, child, I don't know who you trying to fool, but okay.
But no, most
Uh,
definitely, definitely first option.
but next question. Okay. Would you go viral for the wrong reason or never go viral again? Uh,
Never go viral again. I wouldn't
mm,
want the wrong reason to reflect how my perspective on social media.
mm, well, I'm going wrong for well, actually, yeah, I would rather probably not go viral again.
Yeah.
Actually, depends on the reason. Depends on the
If it's
reason.
something that can be like moderated and turned around at the end of the whole situation, okay, cool. But if it's something that's like there's no coming back from it, I'd rather just not
Yeah.
go back again.
So would you rather be soft launched by someone you're obsessed with, like, this is little Bay in the low, or hard launched by someone you kinda regret?
Soft launched.
Yeah. 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 There's no explanation for that. No
I feel
explanation.
like getting hard launched by somebody that you regret is like this has never happened to me. But like you ever seen like those videos of people like denying a proposal in front of
Oh,
people?
that is like, oh my goodness, I can't. I'm crying.
I feel like in that situation, I have to say yes, but like when we leave, sorry. I'm not, I would regret
Mm.
the embarrassment.
I'm the same person too. Like I feel like I cannot embarrass someone like publicly like that. I would have to set you aside afterwards.
Yeah. I feel
Damn.
like that kind of like feels the same.
Literally. Okay, so last one coming up. Okay, so would you rather have people constantly touching your hair without asking or explain your routine to every random person? Because I know it's long and different and changes.
I would explain my routine to every person because if
Really?
I'm being quite honest, there have been people who I have never known that have known me on social media to feel as though they're comfortable enough to approach me and touch my hair.
For real?
Oh, what? I've been out skating and some random person will like come by. Oh my gosh, I seen you on TikTok. I'm about to this bitch up.
Ugh. Because do you know you have 30 minutes? Yeah,
Do you know you have 30
go
minutes?
to the game. Like,
I'm sorry about the. I live by an airport. Sorry.
we did the same thing. We did.
Like,
uh, no,
wasn't
but
teaching. I'll wait.
that's like, no, 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 no. Y'all never heard not to touch a black person's hair? I don't get down
And
like that.
and it's sometimes it be and most times it be black people.
Really?
Majority of my audience obviously would be like people
We
in
are
the
not cool that
black community. I
same
don't
race
know
or
you.
not. The
I
same
do
race
not
or
know
not, we
you.
are not cool like that. Especially for me, who's someone who is I'm actually diagnosed with OCD. Oh hell no,
Mm-mm. Don't touch me, because now I just feel uncomfortable.
no. I'm like probably I would probably say I'm one of the cleanest people you would ever meet. Like dead ass. I would. I want to say the same thing about you.
I would feel. I feel like I'm the most. I could get messy, but like I feel like I'm the most organized person that I might know in my family. I feel like I like certain things a certain way, and
Mm,
sometimes a lot of times it could be opposing to somebody else's way of saying it.
mm,
But I don't know. I wouldn't say I'm messy. I don't know. I'm just unorganized sometimes.
mm.
I don't know. I
Let's
really
do a
don't know. It's like
360 of
it's
the room. Okay.
no. The only thing that's in my room right now, in my living room right now, would be these boxes that I just
I'm hearing a
unpacked.
lot of words,
Because
not action.
Oh, we're not doing that.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
Mhm.
We're just gonna see this lovely wall that I did myself.
Mhm.
Check it out on my Instagram.
Before I wrap up, I do want to ask you one thing that I always love to do with every single body, and it is to give a quote to me, to the audience, to everybody else that's out there. Give us a quote that we can take away from. I'll do the same.
I feel like right now the only thing that I can really like I feel like the only thing that I could really think about right now, as far as a quote, would probably be something that translates into my own life, as far as things that I've gone through in the last like year.
Uh-huh.
Um, the year has been very up and down,
Uh-huh.
mainly down until recently. But I feel like the best thing to really focus on is to protect your own peace and do what's best for you.
Uh-huh.
I feel like that's something that I also had to learn as far as putting myself first, learning how to put myself first and not allowing certain things to slide. So
Uh-huh.
definitely protecting your own peace and focusing on you.
I love that. I do think it is very important because peace is one thing that I feel like I didn't have these past couple of months. I was kind of like wrestling between chaos and finding peace and finding the balance between that.
Mhm,
Um, but it's so crazy because I feel like I would give up every single thing that I have because nothing materialistic matters to me just to have peace. But I feel like I am at a point where I do have peace. But that's how much I'm willing to have it because there's nothing better than just saying I'm content with the things that I have in life. You know what I mean?
mhm,
But a quote for me, I'd probably say the way you take care of yourself is the blueprint for how others will take care of you. And
mm,
I mean that in the perception of like, I feel like a lot of us have the habit of um overindulging in taking care of your friends, putting more energy into your everybody else around you, but when it comes to you, you don't show up for yourself. When it comes to the fear of, posting covers or the fear of you doing what you want to do, why do you hold back on yourself when it comes to others? You don't, That's why
mm,
I feel like it's so important for us to just step out on faith and just to do things that are uncomfortable because that's where the real test begins and that's where the real learning begins by doing things that are not out of our norm. So,
mhm.
yeah, that's my little quote for the day.
I like that one.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm so excited to have you on this podcast. I feel like I couldn't do it with anybody else. You're such a great person. We had a chat, like a long chat behind the cameras. I feel like I got to know you and I can call you um a friend now. I can call you a friend for
100%.
sure. No longer an associate.
Oh, same.
Oh, oh.
Sign up.
No, for real,
No, definitely. It was
thank you
definitely
for
a
taking your
great.
time. No, like, bro, thank you for taking your time. I know we had like setbacks over and over and over again, but
It's okay. We went through them. We
we
got
did
there.
it.
We
Things
stayed.
happen. Almost got taken out by a tornado this past weekend. Uh, we uh,
We here by the
we
grace of
are
God.
here, okay? The Most High. But okay, no, for real. Thank you for being on this episode. If you guys don't know him, you should know him. But we did this whole podcast, so at this point, you do know him already. So make sure you guys follow him on
A
all
little
his
insight.
socials. Um, and yeah, we'll be back with another episode of All Things Avon. Is there anything you also have to share? Is there anything that you have any goals planned up that we should be aware of?
I would say just be on the lookout for a little switch in content. That's really all.
A
Just
little switch.
enjoy, just a little twist. Just enjoy the stuff that I do want to post, and I just hope you guys take it and at least just enjoy it.
Mm, perfect. Okay, we're gonna indulge it. We're gonna sip on it. We're gonna have some. What do you call it? Schwine.
A little bit of swang, you
Yes,
know.
for those who are old enough, of course.
Yeah,
Just like disclosure.
I
Uh,
can. Let me just
but
take
yeah,
this last sip.
you're like, Ooh,
Yeah. That
yeah,
wasn't a sip. That was like a big mouthful, but we
you finna
finished
be
it.
out.
Oh, I'm about to sleep so good. I already know.
You did not finish that.
I sure did.
I know an alcoholic when I see one. I'm just playing. I'm just,
And on that note, I hope you all had a great
yeah.
time.
No. All right, y'all. Y'all stay tuned for another episode of All Things Davon, where there's no limits, no filters on this conversation. And yeah, I'm pretty sure y'all can finish the rest. Bye, y'all.